Patrick Mahomes is not a regular QB. When we're speaking of Patrick Mahomes, we have to put him in the conversations with Joe Montana, Peyton Manning, Aaron Rodgers, and even Tom Brady. It's at the point where you can't really compare nobody in this generation to Patrick Mahomes because nobody comes close, right? I mean, look, 2 MVPs, 2 Super Bowls, man, at the age of 28 years old. That's insane stuff. That's insane stuff, man. Like, that's things you just don't see. And that's things that is rare. It's very, very rare. And, I mean, his will to win, the way he just doesn't give up on drives, and just seeing him go out there, just giving his all to the game of football is very, very good to watch. You gotta love it if you're a Chiefs fan. I honestly hope this video doesn't get copyrighted because there's a lot of clips from games that, I'm not supposed to be showing. So hopefully this video doesn't get copyrighted. I do have a feeling it will get copyrighted, so I might just switch up the clips, to be honest. But yeah, Mahomes, unreal. Very good player, obviously. I mean, 15. He goes out there, he does what he has to do. He wins these football games. He has to use his feet. If he has to throw it, it doesn't matter. He's gonna go out there. He's gonna cook. He's gonna do whatever it takes to win. I mean, last year proved that he's a certified winner. I mean, look what he did. He sprained his ankle in the divisional round. He goes on to win the AFC Championship against a team that they say he couldn't do it against. And then he goes on to win the Super Bowl against the #1 ranked defense and the best team in the NFL, quote unquote. And things like that just shows you his greatness, shows you why he's such a good player and why he's so respected in this league and why he's so feared. It's because Patrick Mahomes is just that guy, man. He's that dude. He's the ultimate competitor. And he's a lock for the Hall of Fame. He's a first ballot Hall of Famer. And I do think he's a lock to be second of all time once his career is over, behind Tom Brady. But I do think there's a very huge chance that we see him pass Tom Brady because he's on a similar career trajectory, especially if he wins this Super Bowl this year. And once Mahomes does that, it's going to be good, man. You just got to love what you're seeing as a Kansas City Chiefs fan. You got to be blessed to have Patrick Mahomes. And I'm sorry that I'm talking like usually not like how I talk. I'm very, very tired. I'm filming this at literally 5 in the morning, 6 in the morning. I've been up all night since the Chiefs game because I cannot sleep. I'm so hyped for what we did. Like I said, man, Chiefs fans have came a long way, right? I mean, we have dudes like Alex Smith, Cassell, all the type of quarterbacks. But now you have a dude like Patrick Mahomes, and that's the franchise quarterback. I mean, Andy Reid had 0 rings until, he teamed up with Pat. And now they're becoming an insane quarterback and coach duo. And they're looking like they're building up a dynasty here in Kansas City, man. So it's honestly fun to watch. It's definitely good for the game of football. It's good for the game of sports in general, just to see these type of dynasties go on. If we win the Super Bowl this year, we're officially a dynasty. Officially. We are officially a dynasty. And if Patrick Mahomes goes back-to-back and wins another Super Bowl, that's a three-peat, right? I mean, I don't see how we don't three-peat. If we win this year, I mean, the feature's going to improve the wide receiver room. This is great. This is good to watch if you're a Chiefs fan. Now, if you're not a Chiefs fan, it's definitely not good to watch because I know y'all hate because y'all not winning, which is cool. But enough rambling. Let me get into the important stats and what's going to really show y'all why Mahomes is so good and he just doesn't make any sense. So, yeah. So, Patrick Mahomes, 6 years as a starter, 6 trips to the AFC Championship. So every year that Mahomes has started for the Kansas City Chiefs, he has took them to at least the AFC Championship. So having a guy that's going to guarantee take you to at least the game before the Super Bowl is honestly good as a Chiefs fan. And it's really a blessing because you get to compete to go to a Super Bowl every single year, which is unreal. And it makes me really wonder, is his streak going to ever stop? Like, is this man ever going to get eliminated before the AFC Championship? Like, I don't know, man. I really don't know. But Patrick Mahomes is 8-2 in the playoffs when he's down 7+ points. With his 2 losses only coming to Tom Brady. So that's a very good stat right there. And I mean, Mahomes' playoff record in general, what is it, 13-3 or 14-3, something like that? And you correct me if I'm wrong, I think it's 13-3. And your only 3 losses is to a hot Bengals team with Joe Burrow, who's a very good quarterback with a Super Bowl appearance. And then your other 2 losses is to Tom Brady, who's the greatest quarterback of all time. That is not bad at all. But yeah, okay, so 13. And his 13th playoff win. Sorry, I'm so tired. At 6:50, I stayed up. 7th all time, right? That's 7th all time in wins. Patrick Mahomes passed Dan Marino in passing yards, 9th all time. Drew Brees in passing TDs, 6th all time. Roger Staubach in rushing yards, 7th all time. And next week he could tie Terry Bradshaw, sorry, the 6th in playoff wins with 14. John Elway for 8th in passing yards. Peyton Manning for 5th in pass TD. John Elway for 6th in rushing yards. And I know y'all be like, why don't I cut out my mistakes? The reason why I don't cut out my mistakes in my videos is because I like my videos to kind of be live and like authentic and based off like how I feel. You know, I don't really cut out my mistakes because I want it to come purely from like the heart and how I'm feeling at the moment. But Patrick Mahomes' career playoff stats versus Buffalo, 79 for 100 out of 105, so that's 75%. 8.7 yards per attempt, so 79 for 105. I guess it's completion percentage. 300, yeah, that's his completion percentage. 306 yards per game on passing. 31 yards per game when it comes to rushing. 8 TD to 0 interception rate. 126.6 passer rating. 67.8 total EPA. 0.54 EPA/play. Unreal, man. He really owns the Buffalo Bills. Patrick Mahomes, his postseason his role debut in the postseason, he absolutely killed it, man. And he remains the all-time leader in passer rating in the postseason at 106.7. So he's on top of that. And the Bills are 17-1 now when Josh Allen doesn't turn it over. And their 1 loss is to Patrick Mahomes. So Patrick Mahomes just owns them. When you're a Bills fan, you're going to remember Mahomes terrorizing you for years. And him being the reason why I didn't go to the Super Bowl 3 times. But Mahomes in his last 5 postseason games, 5-0 win-loss rate, obviously. 70% completion percentage, 260 total yards per game, 10 total TDs, 0 interceptions, 7.3 yard average, 113 QB rating. I wish Mahomes had this QB, like TD to enter rate. I wish he had that in the regular season sometimes so he don't keep getting double-digit interceptions. But who cares? Next year, he's not going to get it. But what I do realize is that Mahomes has a pretty tough path to the Super Bowl this year. Like, okay, Tua at Arrowhead, that's cool. That's a break, but he's still a solid quarterback. And Tyreek and the Dolphins, that's a hard wild card game. Then you face Josh Allen and the Bills, who's on a streak in their stadium. Then you got to go to M&T Bank against Lamar Jackson and a hot Ravens team with the best defense they've had in years in their home stadium. Then you either face San Fran or the Lions. So Mahomes can have a very tough road to a Super Bowl win, but him doing it would definitely solidify his position as the 2nd best quarterback of all time behind Tom Brady, and I'm ready. But yeah, man, I had to get y'all a quick video. If you enjoyed it, cheese priority, and I'm out. Peace. If you enjoyed it, like and subscribe. Y'all know what to do, man.